Hello students, today I want to explain the characteristics of image. As you know that we will see our face in the mirror, then which image is formed? Virtual image is formed. In virtual image, the screen is not obtained. Actually, virtual image is not obtained on the screen. We need a screen for the real image, that you can see your image, that image of the actors in the cinema hall. Okay, so let us start the image formed by the plane mirror and what are the characteristics of image that is formed in the plane mirror. Okay, so first you know that this is the object. For example, we can take one object, that O will take the object, the light, that is, this is the incident ray of light. Okay, this will be moved towards the mirror and reflected over here. This will reflected and back, that reflection ray of reflected ray is this, it will be reflected back. Got it? Now next ray, this one ray is reflected here, so it will be reached to our eyes and it seems to be formed an image, that is eye, image eye. Object O is there and image is eye, and this PQ is the mirror, that we will just cap the object in front of the mirror PQ. Got it? Now that eye image is formed, it is an virtual image, because virtual, these lines are not meet, actually there seems to be meet. Got it? So this is, these are the virtual rays, these are the real rays and these are the virtual rays, and the image is formed here. This is a virtual image. Got it? So the image formed in the plane mirror is virtual and it is erect also, that is erect means upright. Okay, so it will be erect, as it is, the image is formed like that. If the we will keep this one in front of the mirror, then the image is like that only, it will be not formed like that, it will form like that, at upright and erect. Okay, so we can write the characteristics of plane mirror, of image formed by the plane mirror. So image formed by the plane mirror is virtual. You can write image formed by plane mirror is virtual. Image formed by plane mirror is, first is virtual. Virtual image is formed. Got it? It means virtual images are those images which will be formed, which will means which cannot be obtained on the screen, which cannot formed on the screen. Got it? These are virtually only. It seems to be meet. These rays seems to be meet. Actually, they are not meeting. Got it? So these are the virtual, that image formed by the plane mirror. These are the virtual, or you can say unreal image. Then these image formed by the plane mirror are behind the mirror. These are formed behind the mirror. So you can write formed behind the mirror. The image formed by the plane mirror are formed behind the mirror. You can see this is the mirror, this PQ. PQ is the mirror and the image is formed behind the mirror. This is the image. Got it? So it will be formed behind the mirror. Okay. Then third, the image formed by the plane mirror is erect, that is upright. So erect, the image formed by plane mirror means erect, which means it is upright. Then you can say that image formed by the plane mirror is same distance behind the mirror. Is same distance same distance behind the mirror, is same distance behind the mirror as the object is in front of it, as the object is in front of it. Got it? Okay, like if we will keep the object here, or we will just keep that distance from the mirror and object 1 centimeter. Okay, so image is formed behind the mirror, that is also 1 centimeter. The distance is same, remains the same distance behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. ठीक है, जितना आप मिरर के सामने ऑब्जेक्ट को रखोगे उतना ही डिस्टेंस, उतने डिस्टेंस पे पीछे इमेज फॉर्म होगी. तो टोटल डिस्टेंस ऑब्जेक्ट का कितना हो जाएगा 2 सेंटीमीटर. मान लीजिए 1 सेंटीमीटर दूर आपने ऑब्जेक्ट रखा, तो मिरर में जो इमेज बनेगी और ऑब्जेक्ट होगा उसके बीच का डिस्टेंस कितना होगा 2 सेंटीमीटर. गॉट इट? अगर 5 होगा तो 10 सेंटीमीटर है, डबल होगा मोस्ट प्रोबेबली. ओके, सो सेम डिस्टेंस होगा बिहाइंड द मिरर, ऑब्जेक्ट का सेम होगा. जितना ऑब्जेक्ट पास आएगा तो पास दिखेगा, दूर जाएगा तो दूर नजर आएगा. गॉट इट? ऐसा लगेगा मिरर में पीछे जा रही है इमेज, आगे आओगे तो आगे लगेगा. सो इस तरह से ये सेम डिस्टेंस होगा. ठीक है, नाउ नेक्स्ट है इमेज जो फॉर्म होगी प्लेन मिरर में, दैट इज सेम साइज एज दैट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. जितना बड़ा ऑब्जेक्ट है उतना ही आपकी इमेज नजर आएगी. सो इज ऑफ द सेम साइज, image is of the same size means the image formed by the plane mirror is of the same size, okay, is of the same size as the object, as the object. जितने बड़ा ऑब्जेक्ट होगा आपको इमेज भी उतनी नजर आएगी. गॉट इट? सो नेक्स्ट इज लास्ट पॉइंट, दैट image that is formed in the plane mirror means left seems to be right in the mirror and right seems to be left in the mirror. This is my right, so this will seems to be left in the mirror and left seems to be right in the mirror. Got it? It means the image formed by the plane mirror is laterally inverted. Got it? So you can write that also. Image formed by the plane mirror is laterally inverted. Got it? Laterally inversion is the phenomena in which left seems to be right and right seems to be left in the plane mirror. Got it? So that is laterally inverted, and the phenomena is known as lateral inversion. Got it? Now, so these are the different characteristics which are formed, the image which are formed in the plane mirror. So these are, you can see that image formed by the plane mirror is erect, it is virtual, it is same size of the object, it is laterally inverted, okay, and that distance is same, means as the distance you are keeping in front of the mirror, same distance will be behind the mirror of the image. Got it? And the image is always formed behind the mirror, like that. This is the PQ is the mirror, and every time that mirror is polished, so we will just keep this slanting lines. It shows that it is a polished surface, highly polished surface, that is mirror. So when we are just making the mirror, just make these lines. Okay. So these are the different characteristics which are shown by me. Now formation we have done, characteristics we have done, and how the image is formed by the plane mirror, that I have show you by diagrammatically, or you can see it easily. You just see that the distance from here and here, it remains same. So whenever you will draw the diagram, use the scale and make like that, that image and object should be the same distance, okay, like that. Here you can mark the point in the same distance and make the diagram. Got it? Now these are the diagrams, so you have to draw these. Now next I want to explain that luminous and non-luminous objects. You know that two types of the objects are there. Luminous objects. Luminous objects are those objects which emit their own light. For example, tube light, candle, bulb, sun, stars, they have their own light. Okay, these are luminous objects. And non-luminous objects are those which do not emit their own light. For example, this duster, moon, okay, and these things, books, this one, marker. So everything which does not emit their own light are known as non-luminous objects, and those which emit their own light are known as luminous objects. Got it? So every time that objects, luminous or non-luminous, these all objects will reflected the light, and because of the reflection only we can see the images, or we can see the objects. Got it? For example, if we want, we can see this object from any direction of the room, or from any part of the room easily. Why? Because the ray of light reflected this duster and it will reflected back to each or every direction. It does not means the ray of light will not falls or not reflected back in same direction. It will be reflected in all the direction. That's why we can, it is visible from every part of the room. Got it? Or next, if we can see the image, our image in the mirror, plane mirror, then we can see our face in the mirror also, and the image which is obtained in the mirror is virtual. It does not need any screen, so it will be not obtained on the screen. And if we are in front of the mirror, then we can see our face. If we are not there, we are not able to see our face. So it depends. That's why it is a virtual image. Virtually that image is formed, and the screen, it will not obtained on the screen. Okay. So the image which will be formed may be the regular image or irregular image, or irregular image is also known as, irregular reflection is also known as diffused reflection. The reflection are of two types, regular reflection and irregular reflection. Okay. So regular reflection, the ray of light will parallelly, the incident ray of light will be reached to the reflecting surface parallel, and they will be reflected back parallelly also, like in plane mirror we can see our face. So that reflection is regular reflection. But if we will talk about the another things, that will be actually what happens between each and every surface, there will be the irregularities. You have learnt in friction chapter, I think. There will be the irregularities. For example, if you will take the rough surface, then such type of the irregularities will be there. Got it? So rough surface has irregularities. So these irregularities will be there. Then because of these irregularities, what's happened? The ray of light will come parallelly in that surface, that rough surface. Okay. But they will be moved in any direction. They will be reflected in any direction. They does not reflected parallelly. They are parallel rays are coming, but after reflection they can move in any direction. They can spread the light in every direction. Okay. So that is taking place in, that is the irregular reflection. A regular reflection, every time the rays of light will be parallel and they will just reflected back parallelly also, like that. So that type of reflection is regular reflection. Okay, so that two types of the reflection is there, that may be regular reflection or irregular reflection. So let us write that. So I want to explain the regular reflection, as regular reflection is also known as specular reflection, and reflection from it will reflect the rays from polished surface area. For example, these surface may be plane mirror, they may be stainless steel, or they may be water also. Okay, reflected rays are parallel to each other. Now इमेज इज सीन इन द रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस, जो इमेज दिखाई देगी वो कहाँ दिखाई देगी आपको, रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस पे. फॉर एग्जांपल स्टेनलेस स्टील की प्लेट है तो आपको उसमें आपकी इमेज नजर आएगी. ओके, प्लेन मिरर है, आपको प्लेन मिरर में आपकी इमेज नजर आएगी. वाटर में भी यू कैन जस्ट सी योर इमेज इजीली. सो उसको हम दीज आर द रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन. Okay, now next it can be seen in the plane mirror, unused स्टेनलेस स्टील प्लेट, वाटर एक्सेट्रा. जो बिल्कुल न्यू स्टील की प्लेट है उसमें आपको नज़र आएगा आपका फेस. देन आप कहाँ देख सकते हो, मिरर में, प्लेन मिरर में एंड वाटर में. सो दीज इमेज विच आर फॉर्म बाय हेयर, फॉर्म बाय देम, दीज आर द फॉर्म ड्यू टू द रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन. सो I can make the diagram of regular reflection also. For example, if you can take an polished surface, for example, you can take the plane mirror. Okay, so take the plane mirror, use it. You will take one plane mirror. That plane mirror is polished. Okay, polished surface. So it is polished surface. Every time you have to show the polished surface by these lines. Okay, now you can write here regular, it is a regular reflection, so you can write here regular reflection. Regular reflection, the ray of light will be just move towards the, these are the incident ray, these are moving towards the mirror. Okay, and these all are parallel from each other, so they are moving like that, they are moving parallelly. Okay, next it is like that. Now after, these are the incident rays. Okay, this ray is like that, so it's not parallel, you can make the parallel one. Line should be parallel with each other. Okay, so it is parallel with each other, these lines are parallel. Now after reflection they are moving, so these are the incident ray. Okay, they will be moved towards the plane mirror, and after reflection they are moving parallelly like that. They are moving like that. Okay, so these are the reflected rays which are moving parallelly. Got it? So this type of reflection is taking place. This is the regular reflection. So you can make that parallel incident rays. You can write that parallel incident rays. These are the parallel incident rays, parallel incident rays, these are the parallel incident rays, okay, and these are the parallel reflected rays. So these you can write the parallel reflected rays, parallel reflected rays. Okay, so like this the reflection is taking place. Parallelly the incident rays are moving towards the mirror. This is the plane mirror, and they are moving back after reflection, bouncing back. These rays will be bouncing back. So these are also parallel. So this type of reflection is known as regular reflection. Got it? Now let us write about the, or we can compare it to the other reflection, that is the diffused reflection. Diffused reflection is also known as irregular reflection. It means this type of reflection is taking place by the rough surface most probably. So it is an diffused reflection. Diffused reflection, you can write the and here, okay. Diffused reflection is also known as irregular reflection. Irregular reflection. So we can compare this diffused reflection by that regular reflection. So regular and irregular reflection are two types of the reflections are there, okay. So if the image is, or if the reflection is taking place with the polished surface area or polished surface, then it is said to be regular reflection, and if the reflection is taking place by rough surface, then it is said to be irregular reflection or diffuse reflection. Got it? So let us compare it. If you have written well and good, if you don't, if you have not write it, then pause the video and write these points. Then after that I can compare this with the diffused reflection, okay. So let us compare it. Here regular reflection, so we will write the irregular reflection. Second part we can write irregular reflection. We can write second part, that is irregular reflection. And irregular reflection, what is irregular reflection? The irregular reflection is also known as diffused reflection, or it is also called diffused reflection. So you can write here, it is also called diffused reflection, okay. It is also called diffused reflection. Now reflection from rough surface or irregular surfaces. Here reflection from polished surface in the regular reflection, but reflection from the rough surface or irregular surfaces will be there. Means that is not regular, that contains the irregularities. You know that rough surface contains more irregularities. So from rough or irregular surfaces, or surface, okay. So you can write the reflection from rough or irregular surfaces. Now reflected rays are parallel to each other. These are the reflected rays, but in case of irregular reflection, these are not parallel to each other. Actually the reflection is changed now. How? it will be changed. These are the reflected rays are moving towards all the direction. Okay, so these are not regular in, not particular in direction. So we can write here irregular reflection, irregular reflection. Here reflected rays are not parallel. So you can write here they are moving in all directions, they are spreading in all directions, they are not parallel to each other. So you can write reflected rays move in various directions. Reflected rays are moves in various directions. Okay, so reflected rays are moves in various directions. For example, like that, this ray will be moved like this, it is moving like that, it will be moved like that, it will be moved like that. These are not parallel with each other. So that type of the rays will be there irregularly, and the surface is irregularly, so irregularities are there like that. Irregular surface will be there. So you can write here irregular surface. So diffused reflection, irregular reflection means diffused reflection. Diffused reflection. Okay, that is also known as irregular reflection, and these incident rays are parallel to each other, but the reflected rays are not parallel, they are moves in various directions. That's why we can see each and everything from any part of the room. That is the main thing, that everything is visible from any part of the room, but light is necessary for that. And I told you what are the necessary things for the image formation. Mainly the light, reflected surface is necessary for that, and light is necessary for that. After that we can see the objects. Even we need the eyes for them also. Without eye we cannot able to see the object. Okay, now next the image formed, reflected rays. So image formed, that here in the regular reflection the image formed in the reflecting surfaces. Okay, but here image is formed irregular surfaces, so the image is diffused or irregular. So you can write the image is diffused or irregular. The image is diffused or irregular. Okay, so the image formed by the rough surface, that is diffused or irregular. Okay, and now at last time it can be seen in the plane mirror, that is not seen in the plane mirror, it will be seen in the rough surfaces like this. Duster is the rough surface. So that image which will be scratches area will be there. So if the scratched mirror is there, then this type of image is formed. Okay, so you can write that scratched mirrors or rough surface, it can be seen in the rough surfaces, or mainly if rough surfaces are the like this duster, we cannot see it, but we can see this type of image in the scraping of water. For example, there will be the scratching of mirror is there, so you can write the scratched mirror. In the scratched mirror, this type of image can be seen in the scratched mirror or rippling water, etc. And rippling water, etc. Okay, rippling water, you can write here rippling water, etc. So this type of image means the irregular reflection is taking place in the scratched mirror and rippling water. Got it? So these are the images which, or these are the differences between the regular and irregular reflection. Okay, and diagram I have made it, and here you can write the unparalleled rays. These are unparalleled rays. Which type of reflected rays? These are the reflected rays, these are unparalleled. This one is unparalleled. Okay, so not parallel. This ray is not parallel. Actually, you don't say that it will not follow the laws of reflection. Don't say that. That irregular reflection is taking place in the rough surface, so that irregularities is taking place because of the irregularities in the rough surfaces only. That's why it will just scatter the light, spread the rays of light in all the directions. Otherwise, it will follow the rules, that laws of reflection. But that because of the irregularities in the rough surface, it will be formed this type of images. Okay, now let us write some definitions that I have explained: luminous object, non-luminous objects, then real image and virtual image. You can write these also. Luminous objects, luminous objects are those objects which emit their own light, For example, sun, stars, candle, tube light, these are the luminous objects. Stars, candle, bulb, etc. Tube light, etc. Okay, and non-luminous objects are those objects which do not emit their light. It does not emit their light. Non-luminous objects are those objects which cannot emit their light, emit their own light. For example, moon, duster, rubber, this one scale, book, chair, etc. Chair, etc. etc. So these are the non-luminous. Okay. Next we can write the definition of virtual image and real image. So you can write that also, otherwise you forget every time. Real image the image which can be obtained on the screen. So which is obtained on the screen. It means it needed screen. Screen is necessary for real image. For example, image of actors in cinema hall. That all are real images. Okay. Then virtual images, the name of its, I am just giving its definition. Virtual image, the image which cannot be obtained on screens. The image which is not obtained on the screen. For example, image formed by the plane mirror. Image formed by plane mirror. Okay. So these are the different definitions that I have explained you. So please learn them. Luminous objects are those objects which emit their own light, which contain their own light. Okay, for example, tube light, for example, bulb, sun, stars, they have emit their own light. Okay, and non-luminous are those objects which cannot emit their own light, which do not emit their own light. For example, moon, duster, chair, each and everything which are visible, that are the non-luminous. That means they are visible due to the reflection of light. They don't have their own light. Got it? And real image are those image which is obtained on the screen. They needed a screen for the formation of real image. For example, the images of actors and actress in the cinema hall, we can see that. The virtual image are those images which is obtained on the screen, which cannot be obtained on the screen. Means we don't want any screen for the virtual images.